Hey there, mental health professionals. Today I'm diving into the fascinating world of neurobiology to explore how brain abnormalities contribute to mental illness. Buckle up because we're about to get into some deep science. First, let's talk about brain structure and function. In conditions like schizophrenia, we often see structural abnormalities such as enlarged ventricles and reduced gray matter in critical regions like the prefrontal cortex and hippocampus. These changes can lead to cognitive deficits and psychotic symptoms. For instance, reduced gray matter in the prefrontal cortex affects decision-making and impulse control. Now take depression. Research shows alterations in the hippocampus and amygdala, with chronic stress potentially leading to hippocampal shrinkage. This shrinkage is linked to memory deficits and persistent mood symptoms. Next up, functional abnormalities. In bipolar disorder, functional MRI studies reveal abnormal activity in brain regions involved in emotion regulation, like the amygdala and prefrontal cortex. During manic episodes, the amygdala shows heightened activity, whereas depressive episodes often see reduced prefrontal cortex activity. This impacts mood regulation and executive function. Moving on to neurochemical systems. Neurotransmitters like serotonin and dopamine play critical roles. Reduced serotonin activity is commonly associated with depression, and that's why SSRIs, which increase serotonin levels, are frequently used to treat mood disorders. Dopamine dysregulation, on the other hand, is linked to conditions like schizophrenia. An overactive dopamine system can contribute to hallucinations and delusions in schizophrenia, while in Parkinson's disease, dopamine degeneration leads to motor impairments and neuropsychiatric symptoms. Let's also consider the neuroendocrine system, specifically how chronic stress leads to elevated cortisol levels. Prolonged stress impacts brain function and structure, contributing to depression and anxiety by affecting the hippocampus and prefrontal cortex. Genetic and epigenetic factors are also key players. Genetic predisposition to mental illnesses like schizophrenia and autism spectrum disorder, ASD, involves multiple risk genes. For example, the DISC1 gene is associated with neuronal growth disruptions in schizophrenia, while mutations in genes like MECP2 and CHD8 are linked to ASD. Epigenetics involves changes in gene expression due to environmental interactions. Prenatal stress or trauma can lead to epigenetic modifications, contributing to mental illness. Maternal stress during pregnancy can lead to epigenetic changes that increase psychiatric disorder risks in offspring. Brain connectivity and network disruptions are also crucial. The default mode network, DMN, is often disrupted in mood disorders like depression and anxiety. Increased connectivity within the DMN is linked to rumination and depression, where individuals excessively focus on negative thoughts. Lastly, let's talk treatments. Pharmacological interventions like SSRIs for depression and antipsychotics for schizophrenia target neurochemical imbalances. Neuromodulation techniques like transcranial magnetic stimulation (TMS) modulate brain activity in regions like the prefrontal cortex to relieve depression symptoms. Cognitive behavioral therapy (CBT) helps rewire maladaptive thought patterns by targeting neural pathways involved in mood regulation. Understanding the neurobiology of mental illness is essential for diagnosing and treating these conditions. It also paves the way for preventative strategies and new therapeutic approaches. Stay curious and keep exploring. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more deep dives into mental health topics. Until next time, take care.